Hello, beautiful Aries. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're going to look into what's coming your way when it comes to money, career, and success. I'm going to start up by pulling your symbols. This is going to give us a general idea of the vibe of this next 4 weeks. I want to pull an astral house and also a month for you. And then I'm going to jump into your coffee cup. At the end, I will pull some cards to get clarity or maybe spiritual direction for you in order to maybe you have some plans and you're looking for answers. And we also have your oracle as well as your affirmation. By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit subscribe button. We have a dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. You might hear from this person very soon. I feel they might even want to maybe build something together, a business. Maybe they want to invite you over, which will be amazing. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. Okay. We have the quill, get back to the basics. So it can require your basic skills that someone might need you in their endeavor. It can be something maybe even remotely that you start out. And if you want to, you can get closer to it. We have the astral here house. Even though this is a shuffle deck, career keeps coming for everyone. Maybe if you're even retired, maybe you're not thinking about having a career. It seems like there's something life-giving opportunity coming for you. We have clouds here, temporary problems, but the thing is, everything looks like a problem is something actually requires your attention. Maybe in that field, when you put the attention on it, when you put the energy on there, you will be able to resolve it, maybe even come up with a solution that can be helpful for others as well. Okay. We have a fan, romance, celebration, party. Romance, we usually take it in the romantic sense, like a love sense or a relationship sense. But the romance can be also romanticizing your life. When you resolve the problem, maybe you will have the chance to go enjoy yourself, go take yourself out at dinner or go to dancing. It can be something that will really inspire you for other stuff. We have a seahorse with the family matters. And August is the month, 8th month, which is 8 is the number of material satisfaction, karma, giving and receiving, multiplying things. So overall, it is looking very good for you right now. Let's see what else we have. A pathway is opening. Eventually, it seems like you're going to get closer to this dog far away, this person with a new business opportunity. But right now, you're actually dealing with maybe this family matter or a problem, and that will end up with tears of joy. It seems like there's a good news also waiting for you there. I see this looks like a Muppet, like a hand who's wearing a sock Muppet, and it kind of seems like a shark right there, but some of the sharks are like tiger sharks, for example. They are not really dangerous. So it can be in your mind, in your heart, you're dealing with something disguises as a shark. Maybe you're afraid of the situation, this financial problem, but it seems like you have the power to overcome it, and it's not a big deal. Excuse me. It's not that kind of a big deal. Maybe you see this as a big deal. It gets a lot of your attention, a lot of your energy, but it's not that. It actually is something that disguises themselves as something else. And I see this has a lot of light on it. And there's even a lighthouse there. And there are 2 people dancing now on it. So towards maybe the end of this 4 weeks, you might find out with the solution, come up with a solution and resolve the situation. And on top of that, it might be a lighthouse for your future endeavors. And someone can be a family member too. On top of that, you're dancing, you're celebrating your success in the situation, which is extremely positive. I see there are phone lines forming outside. Some of you might be planning to get outside your comfort zone. I don't want to limit it to outside of the field that you work. This can even be going abroad, working with other people, different people than you're used to, different cultures, okay, travel opportunities, maybe moving to a different country. This can seem like too far away, but it's like the path seems too far away. The idea is outside your comfort zone. However, when you put your mind to it, it seems like it's starting to build. You're building this thing, one stone, putting one stone on top of it. In the beginning of the first week, I see there's a house, a small house here. You might have a housing issue, or a house might require your attention, or maybe the roof is leaking that you need to take care of. And this kind of small things that when you put your attention and taking care of them, they're going to bring other things, other positive energies and ideas into your life. Another thing I see within the second week is there's kind of like a dog's face with like this big ears. Dog can be the dog far away talking to you, speaking with you, a friend, and might seem like this friend has massive ears. What does that mean? This means that this person can hear things and find out about the things that you need, maybe. This can be a job opportunity. This can be a grant if you're working on a project that requires one. This can be a scholarship if you want to go to school. This can be a governmental help, or like an institutional help that will support you during these times. So they hear a lot, because dogs also have extreme sensitivity to the sound, and they can hear the sounds that we cannot hear. Consider it that way. This can be a person who's in a different dimension than you are. Another thing here is, this is an example for you. This person is an example for you. Maybe you can also hear what they're hearing too, but maybe because you are really stepping away and you're saying that I'm done, I don't want to work, which can be understandable if you're retired, or I don't want to do research, but maybe you have the plan of traveling the world, but still you're stepping away out from it, distancing yourself from it, is blocking your ability to hear the inspiration, the intuition, or also that the information that is available, which can make your dreams come true. I see within the second week, you're actually stopping that. You're stepping fully into it, hearing from the person, seeing the example. And I'm not saying you're running towards this thing, because we have a tortoise here, which is a land animal. So on the land, not on the sky, on the water, on the land, one step at a time, you're starting to hear this information. And I feel like within the third week can be even, we have you dancing with another person. There's a fire in between you. Starting to apply that information, going after it, picking up the phone, going online, researching, using it, getting positive results, celebrating it. Fire symbolizes passion. This can be something that you're passionate about. But recently I heard from one of those like business people. This person says that passion can fizzle out, but what you're good at, what you do easily, is a thing comes to you easy, which you can keep doing and still earn a living. So I feel like here you have this combined. You have something that you do easily and have a lot of fun with it. And also this can bring financial security, and also you can be passionate about this. It's about exploration, but it's not a lone exploration. You have another person involved here. This person can be someone who's having a lot of fun in their life, doing what they love, confident, comfortable, and they can be a reflection to you. So if you're getting invited in those kind of people's environments and you're feeling, oh, they're so happy, it's so fake, it might not be fake. Go in there and see what they're doing. Try to absorb and observe what they're doing, how they're connecting with that power. Because it seems like at the end, you're dancing with joy, okay? This can bring something very passionate and powerful into your life. Within the third week, I see here you're holding hands with the dog. There's definitely somebody showing up in your energy with the card that showed up, and there's another dog right here. This dog's another property is this person is loyal to you, and they will defend your cause fully with you. Okay, when you want to do something, they're going to be fully supporting you. Even if you deal with a family member and family matters and temporary clouds, they're going to be there standing with you, and maybe even bring a horseshoe, a lucky item, lucky explanation that will resolve this thing. I see there's a diamond right here. You might even receive some material help, okay, during this time. Within the 4th week, we have a strange animal, the eyes and the mouth. You can see this kind of reminds me of otter, but at the same time, a little bit, they look like ant. Ants are really hardworking and they work in groups, and otters are very sensitive animals that they take care of their youngs, like a human mother can do to their children, like they carry them on their chest, extremely sensitive. I'm not saying the other animals are not like that, but otters are especially, like they carry on their chest, like they swim with them, they hold hands. That's like a human thing. You don't see cheetahs holding hands because they don't have hands. Anyways, so I see that there's someone very sensual coming into your life, very sensitive with you. This person can be someone also like pushing you to a direction, that a zone that you're not comfortable with, pushing you there so you can explore that area. But you have massive potential of growing in that field. Okay, this can even be a talent that you deem so little. You don't think this can bring money, but it seems like this has massive potential of bringing money to you. Okay, let's see what's happening in your saucer. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see the person here pushing you out again, guys. Okay, this is actually beautiful because your desire coming really soon. It seems like when you take a leap of faith and step outside of that comfort zone, and the comfort zone doesn't have to mean that packing up and just going another, changing your location or changing your work. It can be actually saying no to that person, that boss who wants you to stay overtime, but they don't want to pay overtime. Okay, maybe it's you stepping out and saying, okay, am I going to get paid overtime if I stay? No, so I'm not staying. I have other plans, and walking out. Okay, so it can be that simple decision, simple word. No is a complete sentence. Saying no to something that you want to say no to. Okay, I see there is a heart here, massive crowd in your heart. The crowd I feel in your reading, not everybody I feel the same way, but in your reading, these are the angels and the spirits that are supporting you. We all have a seen and unseen world around us. And this has been written in even religious books. When you read them, there's an unseen world that human eye cannot see. Dogs can see, cats can see, but we cannot see. And this world is supporting you during this next 4 weeks. But the thing is, they cannot intervene because you have free will. So you need to ask for their help. And you're standing right here, you're in touch with them, but you're not connected with them. So, for example, talking to your family time to time doesn't mean that you have connections with them. This time you need to form a full connection so you can receive the answers back as well. This can come to you during your dreams, during when you're channeling. For example, when you're writing things down, an information, an idea that doesn't belong to you might come in that you can differentiate or write it down. It can come to you as maybe a roadblock. While you're driving, the road is blocked and you're choosing another road that you don't usually follow, which there will be an answer waiting for you there. Okay? I see towards the end of the month, there's a V, which is a victory coming forward. And I told you your heart is right there. Your heart is also shifting places. So if your heart is on in a certain place, on a certain subject that you think which will bring material satisfaction to you, it seems like you're changing its direction too. It's changing its place. It's going to some other project that will benefit you more. Let's see what Tarot has to say now during this time. We can get a message, we can get an advice, or we can get a person. We have here, within the first week, there is something happening, or maybe there has been something happening for a long time that has been making you feel trapped where you are, but it seems like this is an illusion. Eight of Swords, even though it seems like she's trapped here, she actually has grown out of those ties. She can break free from it. Trapped, powerless, uncertain, that can be the feeling that you're carrying, but it's not your physical position. The story of this is, this girl was tied down when she was little. And she grew up inside of those ties and the limitations. For example, maybe you're working on a certain field that you started as an assistant after school. You had limited knowledge, but after 5 years, now you know everything about it. You can even run your own department, but you're still feeling that trapped person. But you grow out of it. You can break free from those ties, cannot really hold you anymore because you're not that small anymore. The first week is about becoming aware that these ties cannot hold me anymore. I can be still in the position of an assistant here, but in somewhere else with someone who has my knowledge, I can be the manager. This is about not really breaking free. This is about recognizing that you're powerful. The second week, we have the Lovers. So I feel like the recognition will bring results very soon. This can be getting that position that you would love to have. This can be finding that soulmate match, perfect environment and job opportunity. This can be maybe you're planning to retire, but you're feeling like, okay, I'm not really going to get what I want if I do. It seems like when you recognize your worth and value, you're going to receive it immediately. It's not going to take too long. Another thing I have here within the third week, knowledge, intuition, divine feminine here with a high priestess, and guidance, inner guidance, which I told you, I saw it in your saucer right there. You have a lot of spirits, or you can say it like angels, spirits, guides. They're right behind you, waiting for you to ask for help. But because this is a free will dominated world that we're in, planet Earth is built on the free will. So if you don't ask for it, you will never receive it. And they can only intervene in emergency situations. Other than that, when you ask, you shall receive. And the high priestess is someone who's so connected to those powers, and she knows when the dark side, the ego, is speaking or the higher self is speaking. So she knows that. This is actually, I heard recently, these were the what are they called? I forgot the name of this. These are in the entrance of the Temple of Solomon, which Solomon is known as the one who actually speaks with the higher powers. Okay, he was so powerful, and he was a King Solomon, basically, also really wealthy. And the high priestess also stands in the gates of that. Your intuition, your inner knowledge, your experience that you collected so far is actually keeping you in the entrance of the heaven, entrance of your heart's desire, all the wealth and the opportunity that you want. But what you need to do, this area is something that you're not used to. Having all fulfilled is not something that you're used to. That's why this is coming for you to tell you, trust that, walk inside of that space, use that information that you have, listen to your inner guidance, because you are being protected and held by angels and spirits and guides. Finally, we have here, when you do that in the third week, Queen of Swords is intelligent, truthful, and reasonable person. She's logical. So even though you do what's not logical, but your spirit is guiding you, you're going to end up where you're supposed to be in a logical way, okay? Queen of Swords is someone compared to King of Swords who's more gentle, but she's also very reasonable and logical person who goes with the truth and also what's seen to the eye. I feel like when you trust to the unseen, you will start seeing the results. The truth will set you free. So look honestly at the truth of your situation, which I feel like when you listen to those inner voice, don't take it in the inner voice in the sense of in the disturbing voices, but the high priestess symbolizes that the answers are already within you. So trust your intuition, trust yourself, what the answers are coming to you, and go with that. If in your mind somebody's popping up, I should talk to this person, go ahead and call that person. This will lead you towards the truth that you're looking for, the true place that you belong to, and you may be called to take a role as a teacher, advisor, or a guide to others. And I kept saying that here. Maybe you're feeling like I'm on the assistant level, but you're on the mentor level now. And that's the upgrade that you're seeing. When you follow the truth, you will get to that. Let's see what the oracle has to say, and then I'm going to pull your affirmation for this timeline. We have come to the edge, so some of you are already working on this thing. Some of you may be working on this, like jumping off and being free, like the Fool. She kind of reminds me of the Fool in the tarot. And stepping into unknown, taking a leap of faith. But the thing is about the Fool is not, there's a word for it. He is not all unknowing. He knows. He has been through the journey. This is his second, the third, and the fourth journey. So you know the consequences. You know which path to take. Okay? But it's also about stepping into that path that will bring you success. You know which path will bring you success. But it's all about coming to the edge and take a leap of faith and stepping into it. Okay? So it's not like a random, someone said this will be good for me, so I'm doing that energy. This is about, I'm feeling it, I know it, it's happening, so I'm stepping inside of it. I'm not afraid anymore type of energy here. Let's see your affirmation. Spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. I know, Aries, you might not really into the spiritual alignment too much, or maybe meditation. Aries is fire energy. I know this is intended for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, but if you're Sun Aries, you're probably very passionate, active. You like to get things done right away, but it seems like you need to connect with the spiritual through meditation, through prayer, and then take actions accordingly, because spiritual alignment will guide you towards the right direction. Okay? All right, beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here so you can watch those as well. And I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.